Sometimes stuff just gets so ridiculous on YouTube that I just can't help but laugh. YouTube really hates me. That's what I've learned over the years of doing YouTube because they just randomly age restricted a video of mine from 7 months ago and they said that it was violating their self harm policies. I was talking about I'm going to have to be careful with my words here because YouTube's going to age restrict me again. But I was talking about not searching a certain egg related nutrition on YouTube because it was resulting in like a hotline and stuff like that that had nothing to do with what you were looking up. So there's certain words that I can't say in this video because like I said, I don't want to get age restricted again. And this just is one more notch on the list of all the shit that YouTube has thrown at me over the years of me making content. And like I said, it just gets to the point where I got to laugh. I mean, so they basically said my content was age restricted because of the self-harm policy. We may age restrict your video if it contains, I'm not going to say these two words because this is what got me age restricted in the first place, topics or imagery. This includes, but is not limited to, content that features that. So for once, at least they gave me a timestamp of where I apparently went wrong. So I'm going to briefly show you guys what happened, and I'm going to have to, like I said, not really say any of the words. Otherwise, I'm going to get age restricted again. And it's just so funny because like YouTube really has a vendetta against me, man. So I was on a Reddit thread at that timestamp in the video, and I read out the words. I was going to abbreviate it as ED, but that sounds like erectile dysfunction. But basically this, I read these two words out loud, and that is what YouTube cited as promoting self-harm and all that bullshit. So because I read those two words out, my entire video got age restricted. Keep in mind, this video is 7 months old. So all of a sudden, throughout these 7 months, this video was totally fine. But all of a sudden, 7 months later, they're like, yeah, actually, buddy, this video violated our self-harm policy and you're also an ugly bitch. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and age restrict your video. And it just gets to the point where I'm just like, man, YouTube just fucking hates me, man. Like they hit me with every random age restriction, copyright claim, copyright strike, community guidelines claim, community guidelines strike in the book. I get demonetized all the time for no reason. That's why I really appreciate you guys liking and commenting and subscribing, and I really suggest you guys turn your notifications on. I know every YouTuber says it. My videos don't really even get pushed out anymore. I get so many age restriction strikes, claims, and stuff like that, that it gets to the point where like my videos don't even hit the algorithm in the way that they used to. My entire important notification section in my channel dashboard is just YouTube age restricting something or copyright claiming something or copyright strike or claim or whatever. And it's just like, God damn, man. You guys ever got some good news for me in this section, or is it always just my channel getting fucked up somehow? So obviously you guys know about the whole thing that we were just discussing. And then we had a live stream that we did like a week or two ago where I was watching some old YouTube clips. Dude, I got hit with like 4 different copyright claims in that one thing. And every single time I would appeal them, and then a new one would just appear, sometimes both in the same day. And it was just like, okay, well, do you guys want this video to be up or not? I could just take down the video if you don't want it to be up. I have other videos that I've made months ago randomly getting hit with copyright strikes or claims. And it just gets to the point where it's like, holy shit, man, can I do anything on this website without YouTube randomly giving me some sort of strike? Obviously, you guys know about the whole thing that happened recently. On November 4th, I got a random community guideline strike for apparently violating child safety policies. As I'm sure you guys guessed, the strike was bullshit because in the video, I was literally thanking YouTube for banning a channel that was exploiting children. I was thanking them. I was literally saying, yeah, I'm glad you guys banned the channel. We do need to do better in terms of detecting these channels, but hey, better late than never. Thank you. And they said, yeah, by the way, yeah, you violated our child safety policies. Literally didn't show any content from that channel on it, no nudity or anything whatsoever, but apparently I violated their community guidelines. So as usual, what do? I go ahead and review and take action. And by the way, this was at the time earlier this month where they don't even tell me a timestamp of where I went wrong. They're just like, yeah, by the way, you violated our guidelines and you're an ugly bitch. Okay, cool. So I go ahead and review and try to appeal. And hey, look, they just reject that shit. And so they're just like, yep, we looked at it carefully. And they claim that they looked at it carefully to begin with as well. And they're like, yeah. So basically, remember, one person looked at it carefully to strike down the video to begin with. And then a second person looked at it carefully. And remember, these are YouTube's words to confirm that it violates the child safety policy. So then what do I have to do? Oh, okay. So I have to go make noise on YouTube. That's the only way to get YouTube's attention and to potentially get them to reverse a strike. And so that's what I did. So I was like, yeah, I'm so sick of YouTube's AI moderation, whatever. All of a sudden, the strike gets immediately removed. No email, no apology, nothing. And it's just like, okay, well, you guys already said someone carefully reviewed it once to strike it to begin with. Then you guys said there was another careful review to make sure that the strike stays there because I did apparently violate their guidelines. Then all of a sudden it's fixed. So those first 2 people just didn't know what they were doing, or like what? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And then as you guys would expect, and I have the charts to prove it, my channel got absolutely destroyed after the strike. I mean, I was getting views on videos that had nothing to do with the one that got striked. And then all of a sudden, even my views on those videos that had nothing to do with the strike plummeted. And now I'm still trying to recover from the strike. My views are not the same as it was. And this was about 4 weeks ago. So it just completely shows that YouTube really has this vendetta against me. I understand this type of stuff happens, but in terms of the volume and the frequency of how long it's happened to me, we're talking about years with me. Another situation which most of you know was the whole situation with Deep Humor 1, where he had falsely copyright striked me for basically speaking out against him. And it was a situation that was so big that Critical himself got involved and had my back. And that was pretty much the only reason that my YouTube channel was able to recover. YouTube themselves pretty much did nothing to stop this guy. He did file a false copyright strike that YouTube said was baseless, but YouTube claims themselves in their own words that they take misuse of their web forms very seriously and take strong action when they find abuse, including terminating channels. They were replying to somebody who had felt like they had gotten false copyright detection strikes and claims, but yet the channel who gave me a false copyright strike, and in his own words, he said the copyright strike was just a warning, meaning he's admitting to filing a fraudulent strike. His channel, more than a year later, is still up to this day. So yeah, this is what I mean when I say YouTube just really has it out for me. For longtime viewers of my channel, you guys know I have plenty of examples that I can pull from. And I just get with like the most random stuff as well. Here's YouTube messaging me last month saying, yeah, your video can't be monetized. It was a random Fortnite video that I made a long time ago. And they said that there's copyright content in my video, so it cannot be monetized. Cool. They are actually right. There was copyrighted content in that video. I used some copyrighted songs. But I just want you guys to take a guess. How many years ago was that video uploaded? Go ahead and leave a guess in the comment section right now. 7 years ago. The video was from 7 years ago, and YouTube just now decided, yeah, sorry, buddy, we're demonetizing your shit. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. It's actually unreal, but this might as well be an OxyClean commercial because, but wait, there's more. I also have another video recently that I talked about that got removed by YouTube, and they basically gave me a community guidelines warning for child endangerment. I was reading a Twitter argument. The video is called Angriest Argument on Twitter. And they said I violated their child safety policies once again. It is unreal. Like, I'm at the point right now where I really don't know what I can and I can't upload on YouTube without YouTube just striking me or taking down my channel again. And yes, that has happened before, and we'll get into that story in a little bit. It's weird because me and YouTube have such a rocky relationship. They've reached out to me personally. It seemed really genuine. We were talking about possibly setting up an interview where I can talk to them about the problems on the platform so we can talk about more transparency between the creators and YouTube themselves. They've reached out to me personally, and we've talked about this type of stuff, and yet they continuously keep copyright claiming, striking, age restricting, community guidelines striking, removing my whole channel, everything. And it gets to the point where I'm just like so annoyed and I'm so done with it. I mean, it is kind of funny at the same time though, because it's just like the most random videos in the most random situations. And I know this is going to be another video where it sounds like I'm just bitching, but in honesty, I just want to say thank you guys. I mean, I thank you guys so much for your guys' support. The fact that this channel is still afloat is crazy because the amount of holes in this ship is just unreal. It has just been years of YouTube silencing me, and it gets to the point where I don't even know how you guys are able to even see these videos with all the strikes and age restrictions and everything that I've gotten. And I'll talk about the ban thing a little briefly because I've mentioned it many times before, but basically in 2022, YouTube randomly banned my channel for no reason. And they said that they found severe or repeated violations of their community guidelines. They said the content that encourages illegal activities or incites users to violate YouTube's guidelines is not allowed on YouTube. I have never uploaded a video like that once. So then later through some DM conversations, they changed up their story and they basically said, actually, we removed your channel because we thought it got hijacked. And there was this hijacker that was uploading videos on your channel without your permission. It was these 4 videos. One of them got reinstated. The other 3 to this day are still falsely taken down on YouTube. And keep in mind, the YouTuber said the hijacker uploaded these 4 videos after hacking my channel. All 4 videos were uploaded by me. So YouTube essentially accused me of hacking my own damn channel. And this happened in 2022, and I'm still a nobody right now, but especially at that time, I had like no motion on Twitter or YouTube anywhere. I basically just had to like throw up a prayer and be like, hopefully people see this and hopefully people can spread this around. And yeah, my situation did get a little bit of traction, and it got to the point where YouTube was able to get into contact with me, and then we were able to get my stuff back. Well, at least my channel back. They still didn't reinstate those 3 videos that I talked about. But yeah, the point of me bringing this up is, for me, my whole battle against YouTube, our love and hate relationship has been going on for years. I know a lot of people recently have gotten their channels banned in like the last year, or maybe just in November or October, but for me, this has been a thing forever. And it's just kind of funny because I really do love YouTube a lot, but it doesn't seem like they love me back. It seems like they fucking hate my guts, to be honest. I'm just at this point right now where I just have to walk around eggshells, no pun intended, to make sure that I'm not violating any of community guidelines, or at least making them think that I'm violating their guidelines. So yeah, I really do appreciate your guys' support. Thank you to everybody who leaves likes, comments, and subscribes and notifications on, because I really need it, man. I am just not enjoying YouTube's good graces. And to be honest, I'm shocked that they even were thinking about the idea of possibly letting me interview them. And, I don't know. Like I said, my relationship with YouTube is really rocky, and I'm still trying to recover, and my channel is still trying to recover from those false community guideline strikes that I have gotten before and I have gotten recently. So yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. YouTube just really does not seem to like me. Please leave a like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more. See ya.